Welcome to the channel, welcome to the workshop. You might have seen a video a few weeks ago where I was playing around with my Tamiya grasshopper, trying to get it working, fixing some problems, upgrading it. Well, a mate turned around to me and said, Eve, I've still got my original, look at this, Thunder Dragon Tamiya from when I was a kid back in the late 80s. It stopped working in the late 80s, I've still got it. Do you think you could get it working? That's what we're going to do, we're going to see if we can get this thing fired up. So, look at this. Original box, Thunder Dragon, 1/14 scale Tamiya quick drive RC model, ready to run, so it was pre-built. We got factory assembled and tested, battery sold separately, proportional left and right steering. Back when, in the 80s, sometimes remote control cars only went one way. I know, crazy times. Interchangeable frequency crystals, so it's quite an expensive piece of kit. It's not just a generic remote control car. Battery requirements, 8 AA's, or 1.5 or 1.2 Nikon batteries for car model, and some 9-volt batteries for the transmitter. He's given me some rechargeables that have got in that have been charged, so it includes wheel and trigger type 2 control, switch select overcharging. So that's that. And let's look at the box. So look at this. Yeah, forward and reverse steering. I know. Back in the day, basically going through impact resistant, rear suspension coil springs. This was like just a really high end, out of the box remote control car. Just flip it round. Just give you some ideas. So I'm assuming that this must have been potentially upgradable. So it's the batteries going in. So we just got batteries to go in, one on, one off switch. I noticed it does have a rechargeable port on the side. So I'm assuming if you've got the AA rechargeables, you can plug a recharger in rather than take them out and it'll charge in the machine, which is quite a good idea. Sealed bearings, and then got the obvious option there for different wheels you can get for it. The steering's pretty straightforward as Tamiya. I think I got something very similar on my grasshopper. So let's get this thing open. I'll show you how pristine and good it is. So the box is really nice. Put this over there. And this is how it's come to me. I mean, look at this. It's even got a little bit of polystyrene that goes across the front, the top of it. So we're going to put that somewhere safe. That's the charger for it. I'll go through that in a minute. He's given me a couple of brand new 9-volt Duracells. These are the rechargeables. So we're going to put those in. It's also come with this tech card. So this gives you the frequencies for the different colour things. Obviously, the frequency crystals. So we've got band 5 on this one. Is that right? So it'll give you the frequency which that runs at. So we've got that. These are the original Ever-Ready Gold Seal. Look at those rascals. Which will come with it. I think they've still got some in that one. They're looking a little bit funky. So I think we'll get rid of those. We'll don't do those. We'll put those to one side. We'll lift this out. It's obviously got its aerial, so we'll put that goes in there. That goes in there. Yeah, that goes. Oh, I see. It goes all the way in. So that's that. And then we've got the actual car itself. The front, the top's not on it, so I think he's had it apart at some point. It's still dirty from the last time it was played with. As I say, he just said it went dead. Oh, come here. He just went completely dead when he was playing with it. So we're just going to take it apart and see what we can do. So let's get everything out of the way. We'll get this on the bench. We'll get the top off it. We'll throw some batteries in it. As I say, he's already had the top off it because the screws are in the bottom here. And then we'll see what happens when we just try and fire it for the first time. Okay. Right, let's see what we can do. Right, first thing, let's pop this open. We'll pop in one of these 9 volts that way around. Nope, doesn't like going in that way, so I'll put the back end in first. Oops. So we've got power into it, which is good. Right, so there's power for that. Let's put that to one side. Right, let's take this socket. It's not actually screwed on. Love the fact that you used to get the flag with the frequency modulation. We've got a couple of bolts there to take the That piece there. So we might be able to take that piece out. A few wires round to the motor. So it could be that. Always take the wheels off. Right, so the first things first. Oh, that's the charging port on the side of it there. Can you see? So I'm assuming if you've got rechargeable batteries in here. So the servos are working okay. By the sounds of it. The gearbox seems to be working okay. Yeah, you can hear the motor turning. Right, okay, let's go. First things first. Now, an actual catch to open it. There's the bandwidth modulator. Oh, that was a bit loose. Matching this one, if you can see inside it, just there. Matches the one on the side of the. In fact, let me just check. That is the same one. Yep, band 5. Right, let's just get these in here. Right, what I think we're going to do. Yeah, I'm going to go bet the battery check. I'm going to check the rechargeables. Make sure they've got enough power in them. Right, so I've got a battery checker. Let's just have a quick shuff to make sure these are running enough. Yeah, they're all nice and charged. A little bit low. It's 1.5s, aren't they? 1.4. 1. We'll throw them in and see what happens. Right. Let's see if we can hear the servos fire up. Yeah, nothing. No power to it at all. Right, let's turn that off. Turn that off. And let's dig a little bit deeper. I think we take the top off, see if we can get to the wires underneath. Here. Oof. Quite a bit of gubbins in there, isn't there, eh? Right, let's get all this lift out. First of all, do we have any loose wires anywhere? Can't see anything. No, I'm gonna get some blocks underneath this in case it does fire up so the back wheels don't go nuts. Let's try that one again. Let's try this one again. There's nothing, is there? There's nothing going through. So, I'll try turning it on, Heath. No, I tried taking that to make sure it wasn't that. Let's turn that off. Turn it the other way, just make sure the switch isn't the wrong way. I can't hear anything going to the servos. That looks complete. So do we have anything on this circuit board that looks like it's blown? No, the capacitors look bad. It's weird that you don't hear the servo kicking. These all seem, for the controller. So that's going to. Right, I know what we'll try. Right, okay. Let's plug it in and see if we can run mains power. See if that's working. To power it up. That's off. No, that's not that. Right. I think we're going to need. It's obviously coming from the batteries. It must be coming from the batteries. There's a problem. So we've got a battery point there, and then we've got a battery point there. Right. Let me go get a multimeter. Let's get a multimeter, and we'll go check. You can get to the battery points at the back underneath the circuit board. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to turn the power on. So that. That. Oh, that's why I'm going to go 20 volts. Let's go 200 volts because let's see what it's pulling. 23 volts. So we've got power. We've got power to the board. Right. Is there a fuse on the board? How can we flip this over easily? Can we flip this? Is there a fuse? Next thing, do we have power through the switch? The switch is currently in its off position. Turn the power on. Let's just see if we've got any power. We can see. Let's see what we've got. 22 volts. Oh, do you see the wheels? Do you see the wheels move? Oh, that's useful. Right, so I'm thinking the switch is knackered. Do I have a 3-point switch? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. I've got a few switches in it. I do. That might. I've got anything a bit more suitable. Let's see what we've got in here that isn't massive. And we'll do the temporary fix. No, I'm on the switches are massive, but that will do for the moment. So there must be a light on it, so it's turned on. That's why it's got two things. So the switch is knackered. Right. Let's get some. Let's see if we can clean the switch up. Right, let me go get something to clean the switch. See if we can get some spray in there. Right, go get some electrical contact cleaner. Let's give it a spray. There's definitely something not right with that switch. Definitely something not right with that switch. It doesn't feel like it's gauging, like it's broken. Right. So let me find if we can get a little bit of wire and we'll see if we can bridge. Yeah, something's not right with that. Right, got a bit of wire. Let's see. I'll get that. Do a new bit of that on the end. We've definitely got a broken switch. Right, so if I can get this onto here, the wheels are off the ground. Wheels are off the ground. So it needs a switch. Okay, we got some steering off that. So I can hear something in the motor as well now when I do this. We've definitely got a knackered motor, a knackered switch. Right, okay, so we know the switch is knackered. That's a good thing. Right, what's wrong with this motor? You can hear it sort of dragging a little bit. So what should we do with this? So we've got a bypass. We could get rid of this temporarily. So I'll show you what I'm looking at. Oh, 1 minute. Right, so we've got two positives, and then I think that's the negative that goes to the control board. So this one goes through, connects to this, the powering up when it's okay to go. I'm not sure how to do that on what the switches I've got. And then we've got the positive and negative, which this connects into. So that goes off. In digging around in this, I even went out and got some Duracell batteries because I couldn't get any voltage through these. Turns out it had a bad contact in the battery tray, so I've cleaned it up. And look, all works. But the problem, you lift this up, nothing. Put it back. I think there's something in the battery tray, and the batteries are coming loose from one of the contacts in there. So I think the way I'm going to fix it is, because there's a little bit. Can you see that? You see it? Let me push it. So I think, put this up. That goes. I think it needs something, a little pad in the back of that. So when you close this shut, it holds the batteries down. So we're going to try that. So I'll just put that to one side for a minute. Let's turn it off. I'm going to go get one of the a little pad. You know what I mean? The little foam pads. Stick that in the battery compartment. Fire it shut. See if it holds closed. Right, give me a minute. Right, so I'll just put its cover back on at the front, and then what we're going to do is a couple of these. Maybe just put one in the back there, and see if that is enough. There we go. Just enough to hold everything in place. So let's check it again. So I've got the steering's all working. Right, you know what? I think we need to put its cover on it with whatever screws it's left me. I'm going to take it out for a bit of a spin on the road outside. God, it's warm in here. Top lip all sweaty. Right, because I'm happy with this, and I think he'll be happy with it as well. Right, let's go play. Back on the road, all up and running. Not quite sure what the problem is. I think those these rechargeable batteries, they weren't fully charged, which was causing a bit of a problem. Hence the reason when I was crossing the power from the mains, it was firing up a little bit. But I think we're running too much power for the motor because we're running 20 volts. I think the main problem with it was the switch was gummed up. I could feel that, so that's being cleaned off. The main thing is, for some reason, this is putting some pressure on the back of the batteries, and when it goes back in, the batteries are dropping, and obviously it's losing one of the contacts at the back up here. So that little foam pad in there and all up and running. Mate's going to be very, very pleased with this. He's not played with this since he was a kid, so that's going to be good. But yeah, how cool is that? An original Thunder Dragon. Really pleased it's got. I know he'll be pleased. It's up and running. Drop it round to his house on Saturday. But yeah, look at this. Original in its box, and the box is mint. It needs to give this a damn good clean, and then yeah, have some more nostalgic fun with it. Anyway, glad this is fixed. Made it this far. Thanks for watching. And if you had one of these or another Tamiya, let me know below what you've got, what you've still got knocking about from back in the day, from like the 80s and early 90s. If you have one of these, let us know. Cheers.